Yeah, but you have to jump ship. You have to jump ship from swing mechanics into body mechanics. But that's where the answers lie. So agreement on what you were trying to do and at your level of play, knowing where the tour pros' hands are, and that's where we would all like to have our hands, but your hands is not the thing that's going to get it there. It's the sequence in which they move. So let's go ahead and jump in. So the first thing I want you to do when you set up is sway forward, sway back, shrug, depress. Make sure your torso is in ideal alignment. That's our very first priority. Torso meaning the large muscle, those bones are going to position the spine in its optimal position. You can't feel your spine. That's why I'm not asking you to move it. Good. Now, flex from the hip. And once you get into that position, your setup, I want just a quick sway forward, sway back. So you reintroduce yourself to the sensation of what you feel on the bottom of your feet. You want heavy tailbone, right?
Right.
Good. Now, one shift left, shift right. Go left, right. Okay, good. Now go right. So you're going center, left, shift right.
So you want me to shift to the right?
Yep. Now go find center. Shift right. Find center. Shift right again. Find center. Now do one right, one left. Don't come back to center. Can you feel that in your heels? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you're just trying to reconnect with that sensation. So whenever you're ready, we are not going to focus on lower body right now. We're going to focus your first, let's say 5 shots. Let's go 5 shots. The focus is on the elbow. What you were trying to do. That was the swing thought for the backswing, was a position of the right elbow and the wrist being plumb. Good. Can you do that again? Good. Stay right there for me. Is your weight on the left ball of your left foot or in the right heel and right hip?
It's all on my right heel and my right hip.
Okay, bump 1 inch right. 1 inch right. Now you're on your right heel. Did you feel that?
Yeah, but I feel like I slid from the inside of my right heel to more center of my right heel.
Keep your ankle in then, because you weren't outside neutral. Bump 1 inch right. Sit into your hip. Let that left knee fall towards the right.
Okay.
Yeah, there. And this camera angle is a little difficult. What we don't want is the knee moving towards me. It shouldn't move out front. It should be a little bit rotated and move towards the right knee.
Gotcha.
All right.
And I can tell you, I'm at 0 degrees with my hands.
Oh, okay.
No manipulation, no whatever. I can see back there right when I look back.
Okay.
Which is that's the magic number for me.
All right. Perfect. Now, does the position of your hands change with your weight shift? So go back to the top for me. Now we're going to put your mind on the lower body. I want you to bump a little bit to the left and let your weight move, go left, the wrong way. Not for downswing. You stay at the top of your backswing. Perfect. Upper torso remains the same. Shift 1 inch left with your pelvis. There, right there, freeze. But hold your shoulder turn. So it would be top of backswing with your weight forward. Let's go again, Brett.
Back to the top.
Yep, you stay at the top. So you're going to stay at the top. I just want you to put an improper weight shift at the top. So don't come into the downswing. Move a little left and right. So it's your shift left, shift right, but your upper body is going to stay in the same spot. 1 inch each direction. It's not a completed. Good. And is that right shoulder behind your head? There you go. Excellent. So you're feeling your weight move from the ball of your left foot and your thigh and your knee to the heel and the back pocket muscle of the butt. Can you feel that? But don't start the downswing. It's hold backswing and manipulate. Because remember, what were the things we found yesterday at the top of your backswing? You were not on the right. You were on the ball of your left foot, primary.
Right, because my knee was out.
I'm wanting you to R&W that. You are just, and that's just taking the pelvis, you're barely moving it right and left to manipulate the weight shift. So set the upper body exactly where you want it. Now move between the old and the new. And is that going to record a change in hand position at all? Is lower body going to affect?
No.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
And we didn't want that, right? So if I'm like this.
No, but for a lot of golfers, it would. For you, it's not. But you got.
Well, actually, it did. It made me +7.
Okay, that's what I want to see. Okay, so your position. So upper body's right. Everything's right because you're loaded on the right hip. Move, shift slightly left, and let the knee go forward. And what happened?
I went to like +10.
Okay, so that the difference is the primary balancing joint, the difference in those two swings. Yesterday, last night, the primary balancing joint was the front left knee. We know that because the knee was directly over the ankle of the left foot. There was an increased knee bend. The knee moved forward over the ball of the foot, which had you leaning the majority of your body weight, into the front knee. We've only got 3 balancing joints, and in golf, we got 2 to worry about hip and knee. It was not in your left hip, nor was it in the right hip. And as soon as we moved you off of that left knee and bumped you nearly 1.5 inch right, it is such a small movement, the majority of people wouldn't even catch it. All of a sudden, all of your body weight went over to the opposite direction, and it was centered over the right hip. Numerous reasons why that's important, not just for the spine, but the knee is not a rotational joint, the hip is. If you are rotating to the right, you want to be on your right, and that's what we did. So I do a lot of videos on this, Britt, with older seniors, and I do it because of the change in position of their hands and how much higher they can get their hands when the weight shifts right. So you being, scratch, I wanted you to manipulate your body so I can use that to help show seniors that, you want to get your hands higher. One of the biggest keys to that is getting the proper weight shift down. Hi, Allison here. Thanks for watching that clip. And if you enjoyed it and you're interested in scheduling your own one-on-one Zoom lesson, just click the link below. Thanks.